Welcome to The Deep Dive, your weekly podcast where it's all about the latest trends in SEO and AI. The world of digital marketing and, well, search engine optimization isn't just evolving anymore. It feels like it's undergoing a massive shift, right?
Absolutely. A seismic shift is a good way to put it.
And right at the heart of that transformation is artificial intelligence. It's way past being just a buzzword we talk about. AI is actively fundamentally reshaping how we approach basically everything.
Yeah, from creating content, managing it, optimizing it.
And even, this is critical, I think, how we ensure the ethical and effective deployment of the tech itself.
Precisely. And that's what we're diving into today, this really dynamic intersection. We'll be exploring how AI isn't just, a nice-to-have tool, but it's becoming indispensable.
Indispensable for what exactly?
Well, for everything from doing comprehensive content audits to completely changing the rules for how content actually ranks in search results. And maybe most crucially, we'll unpack why human oversight isn't just important. It's actually more vital than ever in this AI-driven landscape we're moving into.
Okay, so our mission today is to arm you, our listener, with the knowledge to not just understand these pretty profound shifts, but to really capitalize on the huge opportunities they present and also, navigate the challenges that come with it.
Exactly. We want to help ensure your content doesn't just get lost in the noise, but it truly stands out and performs, delivers real impact.
All right, sounds like a plan. If you're ready, let's unpack this. Okay, let's kick things off with the genuinely exciting possibilities first.
Yeah.
AI tools are fundamentally radically changing the whole content creation process. It feels like every other week there's a new platform.
Oh, definitely. And they're all promising to do things faster, more efficiently, at a scale we could honestly only dream of just a couple of years back.
It's kind of staggering.
It really is. I mean, generative AI tools like, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Jasper AI, they're not just improving workflows, they're revolutionizing them. And what's fascinating is the sheer speed of adoption. There was a 2024 McKinsey & Company survey that really highlighted this.
What did it find?
It showed that 71% of businesses, 71%, now use generative AI for at least one function.
Wow, that's a huge jump. What was it before?
It was 55% just the year before in 2023. And guess which functions are leading the way?
Let me guess. Marketing.
You got it. Marketing functions are absolutely leading that charge. These tools are incredibly good at churning out blog posts, social media captions, product descriptions, email campaigns, all with incredible speed and scalability.
Yeah.
So marketers can brainstorm ideas faster, build outlines, even draft full pieces really efficiently.
And maintain brand consistency, I suppose. That's always a challenge.
Exactly. It helps maintain that crucial brand consistency across all the different outputs. It saves countless hours. It's really shifting marketing's focus, from the grind of just producing content to the higher level thinking, the strategy and refinement.
That's interesting. So less time typing, more time thinking.
Pretty much. And here's something surprising. A lot of companies are now actually training their human creative teams to become experts in AI prompting.
Prompting, like telling the AI what to do.
Exactly. Becoming really skilled at writing the prompts to get the best output, rather than just doing the initial drafting themselves. That's a skill that barely existed 5 years ago.
So for you listening, this means you basically have the power now to dramatically streamline your content operations. You can ensure brand consistency everywhere and scale your content output in ways that were, total unimaginable until recently.
It's like having a huge, tireless team of junior writers at your command.
Allowing you to focus on the bigger strategic picture. Okay, that incredible speed and scalability definitely sound like a dream for anyone creating content. But, like any powerful new tool, there's always a catch, isn't there? There's got to be a caveat.
There absolutely is.
What's the potential downside here? Where do we need to be careful about relying too heavily on AI for content?
That's a really important point, because this is where it gets tricky, right? While AI offers that incredible speed, the quality of AI-generated content can become a huge issue if you're not managing it properly.
And you're not just talking about typos?
Oh, no, not just typos or grammar. We're talking about fundamental problems that can really undermine your whole strategy. Without significant human input, human refinement, AI content often suffers from this really generic tone.
Yeah, I've seen that. It lacks personality.
Exactly. It lacks emotional resonance, that unique voice, the originality that actually connects with an audience and builds loyalty. But maybe more concerning is the inherent inaccuracy risk. AI tools can, and they often do, hallucinate.
Hallucinate, like make things up.
Yeah, basically, they can confidently state things that are wrong, spread misinformation, or use outdated facts. And you can imagine that can severely damage your brand's credibility, erode trust.
And kill your search rankings, presumably.
Absolutely. Which brings us to Google. Their long-standing guidance has always emphasized rewarding high-quality content, however it's produced. The core principle they keep hammering home is creating original, high-quality, people-first content, content that demonstrates EEAT.
EEAT, right. Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness.
Exactly. And Google's pretty explicit, using AI only to manipulate search rankings. That's a violation of their spam policies. But using AI responsibly to help you create genuinely helpful content, that's totally permissible, encouraged even. It's a really crucial distinction.
It is. Okay, let's stick with EEAT for a moment. You mentioned those 4 pillars. Can you unpack those a bit more? What does each one, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness, really mean for content creators now? And how do we show them effectively?
This is probably the most critical question for creators today. Google's algorithms are getting smarter, right? They reward content that's genuinely helpful, informative, accurate, and really well-sourced. That includes content made, or at least thoroughly reviewed, by people with actual real-world, verifiable experience in that topic.
So experience isn't just knowing, it's doing.
Precisely. Did the author actually test the product,
Right.
visit the place, implement the strategy they're writing about? Google wants evidence of that direct, first-hand engagement.
Okay, and expertise.
That's about the writer's deep knowledge and skill. Do they have credentials, a proven track record, a history of providing valuable insights in this field? The content needs to show understanding beyond just surface-level stuff.
Authoritativeness? That sounds like reputation.
It is. It's about the reputation of both the creator and the website itself. Are other reputable sites linking to you? Are industry leaders citing your work? It's about being seen as a go-to source, a leader in your niche.
And finally, trustworthiness. The bedrock, you called it.
Absolutely. Is the content accurate, transparent, honest? Does it clearly cite its sources? Are claims backed up by solid evidence? Is the site secure? Does it protect user privacy? All of that builds trust. Conversely, Google is increasingly devaluing what they call low-effort, mass-produced content, stuff that lacks originality, depth, or genuine trustworthiness. It gets pushed down in rankings.
So EET isn't like a simple checklist item then?
No, not at all. It's not a direct ranking factor you just tick off. But it critically guides Google's human search quality raters. Their feedback directly influences future algorithm updates. It signals what Google believes truly satisfies users. It's about demonstrating real, undeniable value.
Okay, so the bottom line for you listening is AI can't replace those unique insights, that critical thinking, or the really valuable firsthand experience only humans have.
Exactly. Your strategic human oversight is more valuable than ever.
That's what makes your content stand out from just average information, as you put it. It's about combining AI speed with real human-driven depth and credibility.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, let's shift gears to content audits. They are undoubtedly a cornerstone of any effective content marketing strategy, right?
Absolutely essential.
They help us see what's working, what isn't, why, understand our strengths and weaknesses, but let's be honest, they've always had this reputation.
Oh yeah, for being incredibly time-consuming. A Herculean task is often how they're described.
Exactly. I've heard horror stories, marketing teams dedicating months, literally months, to manual audits.
It happens, especially if you have a large website, hundreds, maybe thousands of pages. A manual audit can easily take weeks or months,
Yeah.
multiple team members involved.
And it's not just the time, is it? There's human error, too.
For sure. Even with the best intentions, auditors can make mistakes, overlook critical errors, or miss hidden opportunities just because of the sheer volume of content. And for smaller teams, like busy SMB marketing teams, a truly comprehensive audit often feels like this impossible luxury. It just gets pushed back and back.
Yeah, the scale is daunting. Leads to analysis paralysis before you even start.
Exactly. It's a massive investment of time and resources.
And here's something probably relatable for many listening. You likely have a fair bit of content just gathering digital dust, right?
It happens all the time.
Old blog posts, product pages from years ago, resource guides nobody looks at anymore.
Right. And that existing content represents a big investment time, money, creativity.
So the audit isn't just about finding things to delete. It's about breathing new life into what you already have.
Exactly. Leveraging and maximizing the assets you've already built without constantly having to start from scratch.
Okay, so this is where AI really changes the game. It transforms that dreaded chore into a strategic opportunity. How does AI bring these superpowers to a content audit? How does it go beyond just basic automation?
Well, what's really transformative is how AI tools act like this tireless, super efficient team of data analysts working alongside your human auditors. Their capabilities are pretty comprehensive. First, there's rapid data analysis.
Faster number crunching.
Way faster. AI can sift through huge amounts of data. Google Analytics, CRM data, social media reports in minutes, not days or weeks. It spots patterns in traffic, engagement metrics like time on page, bounce rates, social shares, backlink profiles, even conversion contributions for thousands of pieces of content simultaneously.
So it sees the forest and the trees.
Exactly. You can quickly segment content into high performers and underperformers almost instantly. Second, in-depth content analysis at scale. AI can actually read and analyze the text itself.
Read it for what?
For keyword density, relevance, topic coverage depth, sentiment, readability scores, originality. Much faster and more consistently than a human ever could. NLP algorithms, natural language processing, they're great at spotting spelling and grammar, but also subtle things.
Like what?
Like tonal inconsistencies. Maybe your brand voice shifts from authoritative to super casual between articles. AI can flag that. Helps ensure consistency, which improves user experience.
Okay, consistency is key. What else?
Finally, and this is where it gets really cool, pattern recognition and opportunity spotting. AI doesn't just present raw data, it excels at finding hidden connections and trends that a human might totally miss.
Give me an example.
Okay, say it identifies which topics consistently resonate most with your audience, or which content formats work best for certain goals. Or, crucially, it can spot those quick-win SEO opportunities. Maybe a niche blog had high engagement on one comment thread about a topic they barely cover. AI sees that micro-trend.
Ah, so it finds untapped potential.
Exactly. It can even suggest popular topics by analyzing competitor content. You get actionable insights almost immediately. Many tools consolidate this onto a dashboard too.
So AI basically gives you a shortcut, not just to understand what you have, but what to do with it. Faster and with deeper insights. What specific tools are we talking about here? Which ones integrate AI effectively?
There's a pretty solid ecosystem now. For inventory, tools like Screaming Frog are fundamental for getting that URL list. It's even free for under 500 URLs.
Good for smaller sites.
Yeah. Then for user behavior, Google Analytics, especially GA4, is vital. Visits, bounce rate, engagement time, conversions. For technical SEO health, Ahrefs is great for broken links, backlinks, competitor analysis.
And Google's own tool.
Google Search Console, definitely. Gives you direct insights, low click-through rates, indexing issues. WebPageFX can help assess readability, making sure your content is accessible. And for more integrated approach, things like URL Profiler can run multiple audit tasks at once, putting data onto one dashboard. Streamlines things nicely.
Are there dedicated AI audit tools too?
Yes, tools like SE Ranking's website audit software are built for this. They scan for technical issues, content quality, internal linking, often giving you a health score.
So combining these gives you a powerful suite.
Absolutely, a very data-driven approach.
Okay, so this means you can get these powerful data-driven insights much faster, freeing up your valuable human time.
For the strategic interpretation and decision-making.
Yeah, heckly. You're not bogged down in the manual data drudgery. Technology empowering human intelligence. Let's get really practical now. If someone listening wants to run an AI-powered content audit starting today, what are the actual steps from defining goals to the action plan?
Okay, it's a systematic process, really designed for maximum impact, leveraging AI at each stage. First, and this is maybe the most important step, define your goals.
Before you even touch data.
Absolutely. Clearly state what you want this audit to achieve. Improve rankings for specific keywords. Increase engagement on key pages. Find outdated content to refresh. Find winners to repurpose. Boost conversions. These goals are your compass. They guide everything else. Without them, you just get lost in data.
Makes sense. Okay, goal defined. What's next?
Take inventory of your content. Get that complete list of URLs.
Yeah.
Screaming Frog, your XML sitemap. Those are good starting points. For bigger sites, export from Google Analytics for the Pages and Screens report. Filter for organic search traffic to see what Google's tracking.
And organize it all.
Meticulously in a spreadsheet. URL, status code, meta tags, title, description, word count, links. This is your master inventory, your central hub.
Got the inventory. Now bring in the AI.
Exactly. Leverage AI for performance analysis. Add metrics like views, users, average engagement time to your GA4 data. Then you can actually prompt large language models like Gemini or ChatGPT with summaries or selected rows of your data.
Ask it questions about the data.
Yeah, like identify 2-3 URLs here with low views but high engagement time. They might be good refresh candidates.
Hmm.
Or use AI tools integrated with GA that automatically segment your content rock stars versus dust collectors. Gives you instant insights.
Okay, performance analyzed. What about the content quality itself?
That's the next step, AI-driven quality, SEO, and relevance assessment. This is where AI's analytical depth really helps. For SEO, use AI tools to find keyword opportunities, analyze on-page elements, titles, metas, headers, internal links. A powerful technique is asking AI, compare my article to the top 3 ranking ones for this keyword. It pinpoints content gaps instantly.
Wow, okay. What about freshness?
For freshness and accuracy, paste text into an AI assistant and ask, is any info here outdated? Site audit tools also find broken links automatically. For readability, AI assesses scores like Fletch-Kincaid, suggests improvements for clarity, sentence structure, make sure it resonates.
You can even feed it underperforming articles.
Yep, ask it to generate better titles, find content gaps, suggest stronger calls to action. NLP can even spot those tonal inconsistencies we talked about.
Okay, tons of analysis done. Now what? Decision time.
Decision time. Assess and categorize your content. Keep, update, or delete. Assign a status to each piece based on all that AI analysis. Keep content performing well, meeting expectations, top rankings, good traffic, your foundation, update. Content not optimal but has potential. High position, low CTR, maybe needs better meta tags. High traffic, low conversions, maybe weak CTAs or irrelevant content. Low dwell time, needs improvement. Anything not updated in over a year probably needs a refresh. Prioritize these based on potential impact. Delete or prune. Content with 0 sessions for 12 months. Little value, duplicate pages. Candidates for deletion.
But you mentioned a debate here. To prune or not to prune?
Right. There's a debate. Some, like Ross Hudgens, found pruning thousands of pages boosted traffic significantly. Others, like Andy Crestodina, argue it's hard to isolate pruning's value and suggest repurposing is often better.
Repurposing like?
Combining several weaker posts on one topic into a single comprehensive pillar piece.
Yeah.
If you do delete, you absolutely must remove internal links and set up 301 redirects to preserve link equity and avoid broken user experiences.
Crucial technical point. Okay, content categorized. Final step.
Create a detailed action plan. For everything marked update, outline specific actions, rewrite sections, expand it, maybe aim for 1,000+ words. Refresh stats, add quotes. Structure with headings, add rich media images, video, improve CTAs, optimize metadata, improve internal linking.
Be specific.
Very specific. And once changes are live, tell Google via Search Console's URL inspection tool for faster reindexing. And don't forget to adjust your overall content strategy based on these findings. Review it maybe once or twice a year. Replicate what works.
Right. This detailed approach ensures everything is aligned, performing, contributing, takes the guesswork out, makes it data-driven.
Exactly. Gives you a clear roadmap for content success.
Okay, so the audit's done, you know it needs attention, you've got the action plan. Now, let's talk about actively using AI to turn those insights into revitalized, impactful content, making it real.
Right. Moving from analysis to action. Adapting those existing assets. AI is really powerful here in 2 main ways. First, refreshing content. Say your audit found an article with old stats. AI can help you find reliable sources for the latest stats on topic, and then rewrite this paragraph using the new statistic, keeping the tone consistent. Huge time saver.
And filling content gaps.
Yep. If the audit showed gaps compared to competitors, prompt AI. Suggest 2-3 new sections for this article. Gives you a great starting point. Can also help weave in those new keywords you found naturally and generate, say, 5 alternative, more compelling headlines or better opening paragraphs to grab attention.
Okay, refreshing makes sense. What was the second area?
Repurposing content. This is where AI's creative side can really shine. Maximizing your best stuff.
How so?
Feed a high-performing rockstar blog post into an AI tool. Prompt it. Brainstorm 5 ways to repurpose this for different channels.
And we can generate those?
It can generate drafts or outlines, turn it into an engaging Twitter thread, outline a 5-minute explainer video script, draft an email newsletter blurb, extract key stats for an infographic.
Wow, that's incredibly efficient.
It is. You rapidly generate a ton of fresh, targeted content for different platforms, all from one successful piece.
That's really working smarter, not just harder, maximizing that initial investment, turning one idea into 10 outputs.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned earlier this isn't just about traditional SEO anymore. As AI platforms become more central to how people find info, there's this new thing, generative engine optimization, or GEO. Sounds like a totally different game.
It really is. How people search has fundamentally changed. It's not just keywords anymore. People ask full questions to voice assistants, rely on AI for summaries, do those zero-click searches.
Where the answer is right there on the results page.
Exactly. They don't even need to click through. And AI search engines, Google's SGE, Bing Chat, Perplexity AI, they're all pulling from what they see as the most reliable, well-structured sources.
So clarity and structure are key for them.
Absolutely. They prioritize clear, concise, direct answers. And interestingly, well-crafted FAQ pages are often favored because they naturally provide that explicit question-answer format AI can easily understand and use.
Okay, so with this big shift, how do we make sure our content gets picked up by these AI systems? What are the practical steps for GEO?
Optimizing for AI search requires a specific, multi-pronged approach. It's all about clarity and structure. First, clear, concise conversational content. AI models understand and summarize best when info is straightforward, easy to digest, uses natural language.
Like how you talk to a friend, or how ChatGPT talks.
Pretty much. Avoid jargon, complex sentences, fluff. Get to the point. Second, this is huge, structured data, schema markup. Using clear H1, H3 headings, bullets, numbered lists helps AI scan, but schema markup is paramount.
Schema tells search engines what the content means.
Exactly. Google specifically recommends JSON LD format. It helps you qualify for rich results and lets AI crawlers accurately pull your answers. Key things for schema. Content must be visible on the page. Use unique FAQ content per page. Don't repeat. Answers must be self-contained. Avoid errors like mismatching schema and visible text, or using it just for promotion.
Okay, structure and schema. What else?
Third, target question-based keywords. Focus your strategy on the direct questions your audience asks AI or voice assistants. What is EAT? How does AI affect SEO? Then provide clear, direct answers. Fourth, treat FAQ pages as a strategic asset. As we said, AI loves them. They're more likely to be chosen for AI answers than long blog posts. Keep them comprehensive, fresh, and updated.
And voice search.
Lastly, integrate with voice assistants. Phrase content like someone would ask aloud. Keep answers short and clear. Increases your chances of being the source for voice answers. Improves accessibility, too.
So this whole approach ensures your content isn't just ranking traditionally, but also captures those zero-click and AI-driven answers, meeting users wherever they are.
Precisely, being omnipresent in the new search landscape.
Okay, with AI doing so much heavy lifting, drafting, auditing, what does this mean for the human marketer? Is our role just pushing buttons now? Because that sounds, frankly, less exciting.
That's a great question and a common worry. But no, absolutely not just pushing buttons. Far from it. AI is an indispensable tool, sure, but you remain the strategic navigator.
The navigator.
Yes, it's your human intelligence that sets the goals, interprets AI's findings through your understanding of the audience and industry, and makes all the final editorial calls. AI gives data-driven suggestions. You provide the wisdom, the why, the creativity, the final polish. There's this HUMAN AI integration framework that talks about harmonizing AI's power with human expertise.
So AI can't replicate insight, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
Exactly. Those are your unique, irreplaceable contributions.
Yeah.
Your role shifts from pure producer to strategic architect, guide, quality controller.
And what about transparency and ethics here? As content gets more AI assistance, how do we handle that responsibly with our audience?
Transparency is absolutely key for trust. Google actually encourages AI or automation disclosures when a reader might reasonably wonder, how was this made?
So just be upfront.
Basically.
Yeah.
A simple note like, AI assisted with research for this article, manages expectations, and builds trust. But Google also says giving AI an author byline is probably not the best way to show AI involvement.
Meaning?
Meaning human authorship with AI assistance acknowledged should be the standard. It reinforces human accountability for the final product. The human stands behind the content.
Okay, so the takeaway for you listening is clear. Your critical thinking, your strategic judgment, your commitment to authenticity, they're not just valuable, they're more valuable than ever.
Absolutely. As the saying goes, don't just trust the AI. Stay critical, stay strategic. Focus on the audience, the actions, the impact.
You're the essential filter, the creative director, the guide. All right, we've talked a lot about auditing with AI, using it to boost SEO and content strategy. But now we need to shift gears to something equally, maybe even more critical, the need to audit AI itself.
A crucial emerging trend.
Because as AI gets embedded in everything, healthcare, finance, hiring, this isn't just a marketing issue anymore, is it? It feels like a societal imperative, demanding trust and transparency.
You're absolutely right. Generative AI adoption has, well, shattered records. Investment is massive,
Yeah.
and it's a but these systems are not infallible.
They make
They
mistakes.
make mistakes, they take liberties with outputs, they make up references, they can even fudge data gathering. And the core issue complicating this is that many AI solutions are essentially black boxes.
Meaning we can't easily see how they work inside?
Exactly. Their internal workings, how they reach decisions, their underlying logic, often opaque, incredibly hard for humans to fully grasp or scrutinize. And that opacity creates huge risks. Chatbots going rogue, damaging brand reputation, biased algorithms disadvantaging certain groups, serious brand damage from errors, complex legal and regulatory impacts that companies are just starting to face.
And the skills to audit these complex systems are scarce.
Very scarce. It's a significant challenge to ensure responsible development and deployment.
So when we talk about an AI audit, digging into these black boxes, what's the goal? Beyond just checking if it works on the surface.
An algorithmic audit is this really comprehensive end-to-end socio-technical inspection, always done within the AI's specific context. Its main goal is dynamically checking compliance with evolving regulations and standards. It assesses real-world impacts, and fundamentally it serves as a tool for transparency and accountability.
So it's valuable for regulators, but also for the companies using AI.
Definitely. For developers creating AI, for organizations deploying it, it provides crucial evidence for due diligence, ensures systems align with laws, best practices, and broader societal expectations about fairness and reliability. Ultimately, the audit verifies that developers took all necessary measures to align the impacts with these principles at every stage: conception, deployment, maintenance.
Okay, so for you listening, this signifies a vital, fast-growing new field, safeguarding against unintended consequences, ensuring AI systems are fair, reliable, transparent, building trust.
Exactly. Building and maintaining trust in the tech that's reshaping our world.
This sounds incredibly complex, though, like digital forensics almost. What are the key risks and types of bias these specialized auditors are hunting for?
The scope is definitely broad. Basic risks include the accuracy and reliability of the data model, the transparency and explainability of the algorithms. Can we understand why it made a decision? Security measures protecting the AI, data protection compliance, like GDPR. But bias is a huge overarching concern. It's really insidious.
Bias meaning unfairness.
Yeah, bias is an umbrella term for lack of fairness and discrimination. It can creep in from algorithmic design choices, from dirty or incomplete training data, flawed sampling, incorrect assumptions. Often it's a mismatch between the AI's input and the target output.
Are there different kinds of bias?
Lots. There's historical bias, reflecting societal biases present in the training data, aggregation bias, impacting protected groups differently. But bias can emerge at any moment in the AI lifecycle, from how the real world gets turned into data to how the AI's decisions impact the world. Examples include techno-solutionism, relying too much on tech for social problems, selection bias, underrepresenting groups in data, label bias when the data labels themselves are biased.
And the consequences can be severe.
Profoundly severe. Rights violations, stereotyping, inefficient decisions, discrimination against individuals and groups, reinforcing existing inequalities. So auditors have to ensure developers took all necessary measures to align the impacts with laws and societal expectations, protecting people from harm, intentional or not.
Understanding these risks isn't just for developers, then. It's vital for anyone affected by AI decisions.
Which is increasingly all of us.
Pretty much everyone, yeah. Loan applications, job hiring, AI's fairness touches us directly.
Given how complex these systems are, how do auditors actually do it? What's the methodology for peeling back the layers of that black box?
It's a very iterative, highly structured process, often guided by frameworks from bodies like the EDPB, the European Data Protection Board. It moves through several critical stages. First is the model card. Think of it like the AI's passport or dossier.
What's in it?
Comprehensive info, training, testing, data set features, motivation behind it, system name, owner, risk level, intended purpose, stakeholders, observed biases, mitigation strategies. It also verifies existing docs like data protection impact assessments, DPIAs, data permissions, ethics approvals. Gives the auditor the high-level picture.
Okay, the model card sets the stage.
Yep.
Then system mapping. This goes deeper into transparency within the AI component itself, scrutinizing version histories, ensuring digital signatures guarantee integrity, clarifying responsibilities, verifying the data protection officer's involvement,
What else do they check here?
documenting data sources, ensuring the model choice fits the need for simplicity and understanding, confirming explainability and traceability code, input, intermediate data, output. Also, checking for mechanisms to minimize harm if things go wrong, looking at the whole organizational setup.
All right, mapped the system. Now tackle bias directly.
Yes, bias control and testing. Auditors look for defined procedures to identify and remove or limit bias in training data. Ensure existing biases weren't carried over or amplified. They assess if more diverse data is needed, verify human supervision is in place. Critically, they check for mechanisms allowing people affected by the AI to request human intervention, give feedback, or challenge decisions.
How do they test for bias?
Often using sophisticated statistical analysis with fairness metrics like risk difference or demographic parity, examining outputs against benchmarks, or directly reviewing training data for representativeness.
So checking the math and the data, what follows that?
Verification and validation, V&V. This stage documents the whole audit process, techniques, results, ensures adherence to guidelines. It includes white box testing, looking inside at the code and logic, and black box testing, checking functionality from the outside. Security checks are vital here too, especially for AI and robotics or IoT. Auditors analyze false positives, negatives, assess performance, and crucially, verify behavior with data from protected categories to ensure fairness across groups.
Okay, that sounds thorough. Is there anything more?
There's an optional but highly recommended stage, adversarial audit. This is considered the most thorough method, especially for high-risk or unsupervised systems. It's like ethical hacking for AI.
Trying to break it.
Essentially, yes, actively trying to find flaws. It can expose learning bias, where an unsupervised system learns harmful things on its own without human control.
How do they do that?
Methods vary. Scraping web sources, interviewing end users, crowdsourcing data, even sock puppeting, creating fake profiles to test AI behavior under different conditions. It can reveal biases missed by other methods.
Wow. It's clear the skills needed are incredibly specialized. Emerging and scarce, as you said. Blending data science, machine learning, forensics highlights a real need for this expertise.
Absolutely. It's a complex and rapidly evolving field, crucial for safe and fair AI.
After all that intense examination, what's the final output? What does the audit actually produce?
It culminates in a series of reports designed for both internal guidance and external transparency. First, an internal e-testa report. This details the whole process, issues found, proposed fixes. And interestingly, unlike financial auditors, algorithmic auditors often actively help propose solutions, monitor implementation, and report on results. It's an internal roadmap.
Does that internal report stay internal?
Not necessarily entirely, but there's also a public E2ESTA report. This is the version for external stakeholders. Describes the system, the audit method, improvements made, further recommendations, including how often follow-up audits should happen. Crucial for transparency and accountability.
And it's not just a one-time thing.
No, that leads to the third type. Periodic E2ESTA reports. These are ongoing follow-ups. Ensure developers continuously test for bias, implement fixes, control for impact over time. They show an ongoing commitment to responsible AI stewardship.
So what does this all mean for the future? For AI, for the organizations using it? Sounds like this level of scrutiny is here to stay.
It absolutely is. The mainstreaming of AI is like a freight train with momentum and purpose. You can't just stand there waiting for academics and politicians to figure it out. Industry and audit leaders have to break from the pack and embrace the emerging skills needed for AI oversight right now.
And the motivation?
Well, failure to proactively address AI's advancements, its flaws, its complexities, that will almost certainly lead to major legal, regulatory, and investor scrutiny. It's not optional anymore. It's fundamental for responsible innovation, public trust, long-term viability.
Yeah, it really highlights this isn't just technical or compliance. It's a fundamental shift in managing risk, building trust, ensuring ethical operation in this AI era, proactive stewardship.
Exactly.
Well, today we've certainly taken a deep dive into this fascinating world where SEO and AI intersect, from supercharging content audits and crafting content for AI engines to the really critical emerging need to audit AI systems themselves for fairness and transparency. We've seen how AI can be a total game changer changer for efficiency and insight, helping cut through the noise, understand what makes content effective.
And yet, as we explored pretty thoroughly, the human element remains completely irreplaceable, doesn't it?
It seems so.
Whether it's the strategic guidance for an AI-powered audit, the ethical oversight for AI content, or that forensic expertise needed to audit complex algorithms. Human judgment, creativity, critical thinking, they're the ultimate drivers of trust and real impact.
Okay, here's a provocative thought then for you to chew on as we wrap up. As AI gets better and better at processing information, generating content, even making decisions, maybe the most valuable human skill in the coming years won't be just creating more stuff or even mastering the AI tools,
Right. Yeah.
but maybe it's our unique ability to discern quality, to demand transparency, and to strategically guide these powerful tools toward ethical, beneficial outcomes. How will your unique human touch need to evolve and adapt to drive real impact in this AI-first world we're entering?
That's a great question to ponder. Remember, staying informed, staying critically engaged, and continuously adapting your skills, those are your greatest assets right now. We really hope this deep dive has given you plenty to think about and hopefully some practical things to apply.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep innovating.